Bachelor, before The Bachelorette, before Flavor of Love, there was a show called The Dating Game, where young men and women would come on the show and ask questions of bachelors or bachelorettes that they could not see, so imagine a wall right here. And then they would find their new love with that game show. And we're going to do our version of the dating game. So when I spin around, I'm no longer at Second City on this stage. I am on the set of the dating game. You guys ready? All right, here we go. Hey, welcome to the dating game, everybody! Oh, wow. We are so excited. Our bachelorette's so excited. Why don't you introduce yourself to the audience?
Hi, everybody. I'm Sonia Blackwell. And my favorite thing to do in the whole wide world is...
eat pumpkins.
I just love to eat pumpkins.
Oh, that's amazing, Sonia. Well, I have to tell you, you should be very excited because we have three very eligible, very wonderful bachelors. Are you guys ready to meet our bachelors? Are you ready to meet our bachelors? Welcome on our bachelors, ladies and gentlemen! Yes. Of course. Have a seat, bachelors. Oh, Sonia. Whoever you go with tonight, it's going to be a treat, I promise you. Let us have our bachelors introduce themselves. Bachelor number one, tell us who you are.
Hi, my name is Bob, and I'm a man. And what I do for a living is...
Taxidermy.
Taxidermy.
Great. Bachelor number two, introduce yourself.
My name is Quasi, and I am a professor of...
Love.
Amazing. And finally, bachelor number three, introduce yourself.
My name is Buddy. This is Baby Moondance, and she is an expert in karate.
Wow. Oh boy, Sonia, you are going to have a good time tonight. I promise you. So to get things rolling, I'm going to start by asking the first question, and then we'll continue from there. So bachelors, please answer for Sonia. What is your idea of a perfect evening? Starting with bachelor number one.
My idea of a perfect evening is coming back to my taxidermy shop and carving out some bugs. I like to stuff bugs for a living. And when we're done with that, we go back in the back, and some of the squirrels that we've recently gotten are still quite edible. And we can have a nice squirrels meat dinner and carve them out, and afterwards stuff them up, put them over the fireplace.
Wow, Sonia, carving out like pumpkins. You could carve a squirrel as you would a pumpkin. How does that sound to you?
That sounds like it might be right up my alley.
Okay, great. Bachelor number two, same question. What's your idea of a perfect evening?
I would like to take my woman up into the bell tower, and then it would be lovely time, and we would have a beautiful dinner. Maybe a little humping.
Wow, fantastic. Sonia, what do you think about that?
Wow. Humping pumpkins? There's something similar about
Yes,
it.
you're right, yes. That's very true, they are very similar. Bachelor number three, same question. Same question, what's your idea of a perfect evening?
I would take her to my living room, and we'd watch Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and then we would play with Baby Moondancer, and we would do karate.
Wow, fantastic. So far, your first impression, Sonia, of the three bachelors.
You know, they all sound so wonderful. I just really have to ask them, though.
Okay, well, go ahead. Your question is the second one, so go ahead and ask your bachelors a question.
All right, guys, I just really love pumpkins. So tell me, if we were out on a date together, what would you and I do with a pumpkin?
Bachelor number two, answer that question first.
Well, a lot of people say I look like Julio Iglesias, and so I would take you off to this South American resort, and then I would shipping all the pumpkins from all over the world. I would stuff one up my shirt because I look pretty good with a hump, but then I would carve out your beautiful figure on the pumpkin and worship it with all my heart.
Wow, all right. Batch number 3, same question.
Baby Moondances, she can cut through pumpkins with her kick action leg. Yeah!
And finally, bachelor number 1, same question.
Lady, you're talking to the right guy for pumpkins. I'll tell you something, when I get a pumpkin, I like to sit it right in there, carve it out, taxidermy it back up, and then we eat the pie afterwards. Mother likes it.
Great, fantastic. Well, for the final question to help you out, Sonia, I'm going to turn to the audience. What is the last question that you all would like to know from these bachelors? Anyone at all? Yell one out.
What kind of car do you drive?
What kind of car do you drive? A very important question. Bachelor number 3, we'll start with you.
What?
What kind of car do you drive?
I take the bus.
Bachelor number 1, same question.
I don't drive a car. Mother doesn't allow me to drive. I take the bicycle. Sometimes I have a card attached to it when we go shopping.
Great. And finally, bachelor number 2, same question.
I have a hairy Toyota. It's a beautiful car.
Great. So there you go. One of them drives a car, and it's a hairy Toyota. So Sonia, now is the moment of truth. You have a very, very difficult decision. But who's it going to be? Bachelor number 1, bachelor number 2, or bachelor number 3?
You know, they're all just so loving and sweet, I can tell. But I think that bachelor number 3 likes his little moon-themed dancer more than me. And bachelor number 1, I think he's got a thing with his mother.
Sure.
So I like the idea of somebody worshiping me.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with bachelor number 2.
Wow, bachelor number 2. You get opportunity to meet the bachelor you didn't choose. Let's start with bachelor number 1. Come on out and meet Sonia, bachelor number 1.
Could have had a stuffed pumpkin, lady.
Wow. Metaphor? Who knows? Bachelor number 3. Coming out and meet Sonia. Oh boy. And finally, the person you didn't choose, bachelor number 2. And C. Very good. So, for our final game this evening, ladies and gentlemen, as soon as the guys get all their stuff, all their costumes and whatnot off, we are going to play a game called Freeze Tag. The way this works is 2 actors will step out on stage. They will start improvising a scene. Anytime during that scene, someone from the back line will yell out, "Freeze!" And they'll come on in and tag one of the actors out, take their exact same position, and start a completely different scene based on that position. So to get us started, can I get a letter of the alphabet, please?
K.
K. So Peter, if you can take the form of letter K. And finally, a number between 1 and 9.
5.
5. So Becky, you can take the position of the number 5, and we will begin.
Okay, Mum.
I've
I've got you. I've got you. Oh, Mum.
Save my life. Oh, you
Why
are
are you
such a
walking out
wonderful
on that?
child.
Why do you keep walking out on that ledge?
About taking risks that I just love. I just always have to be.
A rumba. Is this how you do rumba? Yeah.
I have no idea, honey, but you know, whatever you want to do for your money, it's fine with me.
Get in for it. Let's enjoy it.
All right.
Freeze! You knew this day was coming.
I did.
And it could only come down to this.
I'm gonna get you.
Dance off. Freeze!
Okay, Dad. Dad. Dad.
Son,
Let me fly, Dad.
you're becoming a man. Right before my eyes.
Let me just go, Dad.
I believe you can fly.
Let
I
me go.
believe you can touch the sky.
I want to be a Broadway dancer, Dad.
You can do what I never could.
I'm in love with you.
Me too!
Monday night level IshKhans, but individually they are
Kenny Strong.
Peter IshKhans.
Rebecca Russell.
Patterson.
Thank y'all so much.